Hello everybody, it's Adelaja here. Today I want to talk to you all about something that is very serious and very close to my heart, and I think that something that should appeal and touch the heart of every Nigerian. The topic of today is how the governors are bankrupting Nigeria through security votes. I think most Nigerians have heard of the term security votes. Indeed, it's only meant for the governors. But that practice, this policy of giving security votes to governors is actually crippling the Nigerian economy. Through security votes, the governors and the politicians are killing Nigeria and leading us to an eventual bankruptcy. Nigeria is coming to bankruptcy because of this practice that is called security votes. Security vote in Nigeria is a monthly allowance that is allocated to the 36 states of the Federation. In every region, for the sole purpose, because the purpose by which they allocate these funds, security votes to the states, is for the purpose of security services within the states. So it's supposed to, the security votes are the money that is called security votes is supposed to provide security in the states. But the most important thing about this is that this security votes is running into billions of naira and vary, of course, on the level of security required by the individual state. Now, you will not believe this, that the funds are disbursed are unaccountable for. There is no system or agency that the governors must give accountability to on how they spend the money, because it's supposed to be a security. So it's given to each government to their discretion. It's given to the discretion of every governor and every state government how to spend the money. So they spend it how they want. Unfortunately, can you imagine billions of naira being unaccounted for? So many people suspect that most of this money is like the pocket money that is given to the governors, apart from their salary, apart from their allowances, that they could just use to do anything they want. Or that's what they use for political manipulations and banditry in the states. But let's even talk about it. If this security vote is for security in the states, how much security do we have in Nigeria? How much secure is Nigeria? Is Nigeria secure at all? What state is so secured that you could justify that, yes, this security vote money is working? Most of our states are not secured. So what then is the money going for? Where is the money? If you are taking the money, where is the service? Where is the security? I would rather advocate that this money that they call security votes should be given to empower and strengthen our police and our other security agencies. How can the governor be the one in charge of money and money for security? Money for security should be given to security agencies. They are the ones who can use the money to do something to provide security in the state. But really, even if the money is going to be given to the states, let the government or the governors don't use the money the way to their discretion. To give money in billions to governors for them to use according to their discretion, that is encouraging corruption. And I want to charge and I want to talk to the president at this time, that President Muhammadu Buhari, you need to pay attention to this. I know that it has been there before you. It's a practice that has always been there in Nigeria. But you know what? You have the control over National Assembly because your party has control over it. Because you have the majority there. And then you are the president. If you don't start this talk, if you don't begin this discussion, if you don't raise this topic, I don't think this thing will ever be. You are our best bet because you are the president of anti-corruption, and you are the one that is only will be able to change this status quo. Otherwise, this status quo will remain for many years to come, and the country is going to suffer for it. Because that money could have been used to build children hospitals, or to even provide vaccination for children that are dying in Nigeria. That money could have been used to build roads. So to give it as unaccounted for money in the hands of the governors is irresponsibility of the highest order. Can you imagine how many the states of the schools in all over Nigeria, in every state, the dilapidated schools and infrastructure, schools were broken down, students and pupils sitting on the floor, and this money is not being used to build those schools. That, and you are saying is security for votes when there is no security. Can you imagine how many hospitals could have been built if this old money, because it's in the billions, all these billions could have been spent to build world-class hospitals, at least one in a state. Can you imagine how much money has been put, used in, for the past 15 years in all this, each state? Can you imagine the kind of hospital we could have built? 86% of Nigerians don't have drinking water in their houses. Why can't that money be channeled to provide, drinkable water for every poor Nigerians, especially in the villages? What about the problem of electricity? Don't we need to resolve that? Security vote when there is no security in Nigeria? Well, don't believe me. Don't take my word for it. Let's go to see the statistics right now, okay? I want to tell you how much money your state is receiving monthly as security vote that the governor is not accounting for and is not even obliged to account for. That your governor is using anyhow he wants, that is apart from the bonuses he has, apart from the allowances he has, apart from the salary he's receiving. I'm going to go state by state, okay? I'm going to go state by state, and I'm going to let you see what Nigeria is an entity, it's a country not for Nigeria. It's an entity that is created for vested interest. It is only the few minority elites that are sharing the commonwealth of the country. This security vote is part of their cake, national cake. It's a form of national cake. Let me start with Imo State. Imo State governor receives annually 4 billion naira. Unaccounted for. We don't know what he uses it for. Because it's averagely 333 million naira every month, just for Imo State. Can your governor show us, or the previous governors, what he has done with that money? Has all the problem in Imo State been resolved? Enugu State, 600 million monthly. That comes to 7.2 billion annually. Anambra State, 850 million monthly. That comes to 10 billion annually. Abia State, 700 million monthly. That comes to 8.4 billion annually. So I started from southeast. Let me go to south-south. Cross River State, they receive 500 million monthly, which comes to 6 billion annually. River State receive 1.5 billion monthly, and that's where they have more problems. It comes to 18 billion annually. Akwa Ibom State receives 1.8 billion monthly, comes to 21 billion annually. And where is the security? And what are they doing with them? I mean, people don't even consider the poor. Can you imagine what this money could have been used for? Edo State receives 900 million monthly, comes to 10.8 billion annually. Delta State, 2 billion monthly. So they receive 24 billion annually. Can you imagine now why that kind of governor will be splashing money on footballers? Bayelsa State, I don't have the record for that one. But Southwest, let's go to Southwest. Lagos. Lagos is receiving 1.4 billion monthly. I mean, can you believe that for public order and safety? 1.4 billion. And that is just for public order and safety. Then they receive social protection, which is 132 million. Then they receive no, annually, everything together comes to 17 billion for Lagos. 17 billion. Ondo State, they receive 600 million monthly. Comes to 7.2 billion annually. Osun State, 400 million annually. Monthly. Comes to 4.8 billion annually. Can you imagine how much money? These are money that are unaccounted for. These are money that the governor is free to use to his discretion, the way he wants. Ogun State is between 80 to 100 million monthly, which comes to 960 to 1.2 billion annually. Ekiti State receives 100 million monthly, 1.2 annually. Northeast, let's go to the north now. Borno State receives 806 million monthly. Comes to 9.6 billion annually. And what is the security in Borno? We can't say it. Yobe State receives 316 million monthly. Comes to 3.8 billion annually. Taraba State receives 200 million monthly. Comes to 2.4 billion annually. Bauchi State receives 1.4 billion monthly. Comes to 17 billion annually. Bauchi State. Where is the security? Northwest. His Kano State receives, I don't have the information for Kano State, but Kaduna State receives 400 million monthly. And, they have 175 million for security votes, plus 225 million for security vote preventive and supportive. Then they have another for the office of SSG. So annually it comes to 4.8 billion for Kaduna State. And then Katsina State is 17.5 million every month, comes to 211 million annually. Zamfara State receives 600 million monthly, comes to 7.2 billion annually. North Central, Benue State, 3.092 billion allocation to personnel and overhead costs monthly, which cover security votes also, among others. So it's 37.1 billion annually. Niger State, 1.3 billion monthly, comes to 15.7 billion annually. So this is the kind of country we are running, guys. Money just flying up right and center, and nobody knows what is happening to them, and they don't have to give accountability for all this. Plateau State is 216.6 million naira monthly. It comes to 2.6 billion annually. Kogi State, 400 million monthly, comes to 4.8 billion annually. Nasarawa State is 100 million monthly, comes to 1.2 billion annually. And Kwara State is, I don't have the specific for that, but for the past 15 years, they have spent 15 billion naira, which means 1 billion a year. So this is what we have with Nigeria. Can you imagine what could have been done with that kind of money? Can you imagine what could have been done with that kind of money? Why do we have so much poor people? This is the reason why. Money that are unaccounted for, money that are not. So the priority of the government is not children, not pregnant women, not roads, not hospitals, not schools. We need reconstructing of Nigeria. We need to reconstruct Nigeria. It's not restructuring we need. No. Restructuring is only for the elite to keep on oppressing us. It's reconstruction we need. We need to raise up social groups, pressure groups, NGOs to begin to fight and pressure the government until they sit down and reconstruct the way money in Nigeria is spent and how accountability for them is also provided for in the law. But the governors themselves, if they have conscience, they need to open up their books and rather channel this kind of money to the most vulnerable people in their states. The people who cannot pay for WAEC, people who cannot pay for JAMB, people who cannot even afford to go to kindergarten, nursery, people to provide for people who cannot even afford to live on $1 a day, the market women, the uneducated. Can you imagine the number of uneducated people in every state? This money alone can eradicate illiteracy in every state. This money alone can provide world-class hospital. This money alone can fix all the all the broken down schools. This money alone can fix the hospitals, roads, villages, boreholes, electricity. But whoever is thinking about them, nobody. Until we, the people, arise and raise up our voice and fight for our right, for the love of God, church and nation.